Hello and welcome. Today's topic is what you have to know if you're going to age in place, where we'll be covering 6 ideas that can help you achieve aging in place success. There's a grave misconception that aging in place is a magic bullet, something that's going to fix the tidal wave of trouble that America is about to face. But it's just not true. It won't work, at least not the way most people think about it now. You see, the idea that many people have about aging in place is not based on fact. Don't get me wrong, it's not their fault, it's not anyone's fault. This is brand new to all of us, but there is a reason why. Aging in place has many facets to it. If you explain it simply, people will agree it's a good idea. But the truth is, there are so many parts of our lives that are affected by choosing to age in place, it's hard to wrap your mind around. Since it is complex, it stands to reason that many people don't understand it completely. I can tell you that once you really understand it, you will most likely agree. Aging in place is not for everyone, but it is good for a lot of people if done correctly. My name is Mark Hager, and I've been educating people about aging in place for almost 7 years. What I've discovered in that time are 6 ideas that can help you radically change what your life is like after retirement. Let me explain. By understanding these ideas and taking action, you can increase your chances of success if you plan to age in place. But before we get to it, I want to make something clear. This information is 100% free. I'm not going to ask you to sign up for anything or buy anything. It is provided to help people just like you to keep building their best life. And if you find it useful, please share it. The more people that know, the better off we'll all be. So let's get started. The first thing I'd like to do is get a brief definition of aging in place. Aging in place means living in a home of your choice as you grow older for as long as you can while getting all the assistance or services that you need to maintain your quality of life and safety. And now we have that under our belt, let's move on to our 6 ideas. Number 1, aging in place is important. All you have to know in order to understand why is that by 2050, around 20% of the U.S. population is going to be over the age of 65. Right now, we're probably a little more than 14%. That's millions of more people than there were, say, in 2009, and it will be millions more by 2020, 2030, and on to 2050. And couple that with by 2050, there will be approximately 2.8 people per person age 65 versus 4.9 in 2009. What that means is that the number of people able to provide any help or care for you is dropping. And when you add in the lack of local, state, and federal funding available for services, the ability of people to pay for care or assistance, the overburdened local network of care, and affordable living and care options, well, it starts looking like a mess quickly. And aging in place starts looking like the thing most people will default to. Well, in reality, aging in place is a big and powerful idea, and it could help you maintain your quality of life for longer if you plan properly. Number 2, education is a starting point. After you start wrapping your mind around why aging in place is important, you're ready to start educating yourself. And I don't say it like that to belittle anyone. But you need to learn about things such as what happens to your body, mind, and emotions as you grow older and how that affects your ability to maintain your day-to-day life. Or understanding how your home, community, your personal needs, finances, and other parts of your life interact with each other and how that translates to your life after 65. This gives you the knowledge to start laying the groundwork for your own choices about your future. And most importantly, it will help you make informed decisions about how you want to live your life and empowers you to take control over it. Essentially, this knowledge becomes the foundation for your own aging in place plan. Number 3, aging in place is not for everyone. Aging in place is about controlling your environment, lifestyle, and quality of life. It is about the individual. If you have life circumstances, such as physical or mental conditions that hamper your ability to care for yourself, aging in place may not be the right choice for you. For instance, if you have a debilitating physical condition that already prevents you from caring for yourself, or may lead to that, It may not make sense to plan on staying in your home long term. Not that it can't be done, it just may not be the right choice for your quality of life. Also, there are certain people that just may not do as well aging in place as they might in a group housing or multi-generational housing. Depending on your situation, you might have extended periods of being alone, and some people just don't adjust well to that. There are many reasons why someone may choose not to age in place. Every situation and person is different. That is why it is so important for you to be honest with yourself when planning. Number 4, aging in place is an ideal. At the heart of it, aging in place is about responsibility to yourself, your family, and community. It means you are making the best choices you can so that your quality of life and the lives of your family and friends are not negatively affected. Planning properly for all the stages of your retirement years is the most loving thing you can do for yourself and the people around you. It keeps them from having to be put in a position where they feel like they have to protect you, and from having to make hard choices with no clear direction from you. If you honestly plan to age in place, that means you are committed to planning properly for all phases of your later years to the best of your ability, and you are willing to weigh all aspects of your life against your decision to age in place. Number 5, aging in place is something you do for a span of time. Aging in place is not a solution to any single problem. It's something you do for a finite amount of time during a period of your life after you retire. It lies somewhere between retirement and the point where you can no longer safely live in your home and get the help you need. The benefit of aging in place is that with proper planning, you can extend the amount of time you have in the home of your choice. But once that time is over, you are no longer aging in place and will have transitioned over to some other form of care, whether that is supported family care, nursing home care, or similar. Of course, for each person, the amount of time you can age in place will differ. For some, it may be 2 years. For others, it could be 10. The key is to maximize your quality of life during the time you have. And number 6, aging in place is not about the house. When I talk to people about aging in place, more often than not, they think it means staying in their current home for as long as they can. And while that may be true for many, I don't believe that is the real intent of the idea. In my mind, aging in place happens in the home of your choice. It could be a ranch home in a traditional neighborhood, an apartment in the city, or in a village. What most people miss from aging in place is, well, everything else. For example, financial and legal planning, choosing the community they live in based on available services and amenities, or discussing their wishes and plans with their family. Though the home you choose is important, it's not the end-all be-all of aging in place. It's merely one aspect of it. And aging in place is about every aspect of your life and the lifestyle you choose. It all has to be considered if you're going to be successful. So what all this boils down to is this: that aging in place is for the prepared. As I mentioned before, education is a starting point, but knowing something and doing something about it are two different things. If you want to age in place, then it's going to take you making plans to do it. Real plans, not just ideas. It's going to be work, and at times it will probably be hard. But what's that old adage? I didn't plan to fail, I failed to plan. If you want your life after retirement to be even close to your vision, you're going to have to make it happen for yourself. And I hope you do. Thank you very much for watching this short video. If you find it useful, please share it with your friends and your networks online. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can email me at mark@AgeInPlace.com, or you can visit the website.